The stock market is having a bad week. We've had 4 straight days of negative stock market returns. What's going on with the stock market? Is the stock market sick or does it have COVID? What's going on with the market? We're going to break all this down for you and talk about it. So get comfortable, buckle up your seatbelt. We're going to get started on the Black Financial Channel right now. Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome to the Black Financial Channel. That's theblackfinancialchannel.com. My name is Dr. Boyce Watkins. I am your friendly neighborhood finance professor. On the Black Financial Channel, we talk about black wealth and black economics all the time. We are obsessed about black wealth, and we do it under one condition. The condition is that you must be B1. You ain't got to be black to be here, but you got to make blackness your top priority, meaning that our number one goal is to solve our own problems before we start saving the world. Our goal is also to make sure that our children are taken care of, to make sure that our community takes the lead when it comes to economics and wealth building, and also understand that we must be one in order to be successful. If you agree with that philosophy, type B and the number 1 in the chat. Use the hashtag B1 when you're having conversations online so that other B1 people can find you. That's extremely important. So let me ask you this. Give me a yes or no. How many of you have lost a little bit of money this week in the last 3 or 4 days? Give me a yes if you lost money. Give me a no if you didn't. Give me a no if your cheddar is on 10, and give me a yes if your cheddar is on -10. What's been going on? Did you lose money this week? Yes or no? Hey, Carrie, how are you? Good to see you, Carrie Moreland and Joe Skrill and in court, Naomi Queen. Okay, Naomi and in court said yes. Ron said no, he made money. Okay, Rent. Mistera said no. Okay, so a few of you didn't lose money. Derek Phillips, you did okay. Good for you. Carmen Carter says yes. Naomi says it dropped bad. Oh, wow. Well, you know what? I'm going to tell you this. This is one of those weeks where, to be honest with you, if you lost money, that probably means you were investing in a very healthy way. You were diversified, your money spread out amongst blue chip stocks. You've got your money in solid companies. If you said no, that could mean you got a little bit lucky. I'm not saying that you're investing wrong, but I'm going to say that if you own a lot, if you have a bunch of money in things like AMC and a lot of money on things like Dogecoin, or Derek mentions he's getting money trading Forex and binary options, I think that's all great. I think that's all great and wonderful. I'm really happy that you made that money, but I just want to make sure that you're very careful. And I want to warn you that those risky investing strategies, they can lead to a quick come up, or they can lead to a big letdown. So just make sure you're extremely careful. Make sure you hedge your risks. But until then, I hope you keep making money every single day for the rest of your life. I hope you make $1 trillion. So God bless you on that. Hit the thumbs up button. Please hit the thumbs up, share, subscribe button if you haven't done it yet. Now, first of all, I want to also apologize for the fact that I came in late. I don't know, some of y'all who watch the show regularly, you might have noticed that I actually scheduled this. I scheduled this conversation maybe for about 2 hours ago. And then my woman came down, and she's so damn pretty that when she asked me to do something, I got to do it. Because my gosh, when that woman walks into the room, the room changes shape because her shape is so sexy. But also, I then got home and then found out, I said another time, and my woman made some food. So not only is she sexy and beautiful, but she also is the best cook in the world. So she made some food. I said, okay, I'm going to gobble up this food. Then I'm going to go downstairs and do my podcast. And then I ate the food and I got the itis. And so I laid down on the couch and she cuddled up next to me like a little pussycat. And so we went to sleep on the couch. And then I said, oh, crap, man, I keep on pushing the time back. I need to go on down there and talk to my people. So that's what happened. The dog ate my homework, and I'm very sorry. But Black love made me do it. But Black love is the most powerful force in the universe. So I will always use that as my excuse, and I will accept that excuse. I hope that's okay with y'all. All right. So anyway, let's talk about what's going on in the markets. Let's talk about what's happening right now. First of all, I don't know. Did you give me a yes or no if you heard that that Amazon is, in case y'all wondered, in case you're looking for employment opportunities right now, the labor market is interesting because on one hand, the labor market is working in your favor. On one hand, you've got a great labor market where employers are looking for employees. Employers are worried because they're dealing with two inflationary problems on the supply chain front. One is that the supply chain itself is disrupted due to the virus. Number two, they're having a hard time finding employees. Well, again, due to the virus. And the cost of labor is going up. Well, again, due to the virus. So companies are starting to compete for workers. Amazon is literally now offering a free bachelor's degree if you go work at Amazon. So look that up. Look up Amazon free bachelor's degree if that's what you're trying to do. If you're trying to go get that college degree, I wish they'd offer free bachelor's degrees when I was going to college. Now, on the other side, though, the downside is you saw that Joe Biden just made an announcement today where he said, y'all know what it is. He said, if you don't get that jab, then you ain't gonna have no job. No jab, no job. So he basically said that anybody who refuses to get that shot, and y'all know what I'm talking about. I'm not gonna say the V word because that'll get us in trouble on YouTube. But if you don't get that shot, then you will have a job not. That means you will not get a chance to work for the federal government. You can't even work for their contractors without getting the shot. And now I think that they might have had a little bit of an out, like maybe weekly tests or something like that. But I agree with Carrie Moreland. Carrie, you said that it was coming, and I agree with you 100%. I think that I knew it was coming, and I don't know where it's going. I mean, we know it was coming, but where is it going? Nobody really knows. I did see where they were doing surveys, and they found that a couple of interesting points. They said, number one, they said 80% of the people who did not get the jab are never going to get the jab. 80% of the people who didn't get the jab are saying, I am not going to get it. I don't plan to get it. It doesn't matter. Now, I'd be curious to ask you guys, how many of you are willing to not get the jab if that means that you can never, ever, 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 never, never, for never, 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 ever have a job working for anybody for the rest of your life? Like you can never have a corporate job for the rest of your life. How many of you will be willing to make that sacrifice in order to avoid the jab? I'd be really curious to see what your thoughts are. And I think I'm actually put that up as a survey question on my Twitter account. But by the way, my Twitter is Dr. Boyce Watkins and the number one. Ronnie Reparation says no. Let's see here. Naomi just says sigh because she's just tired of it all. I don't blame you. I'm tired of it too, girl. Latif says me. Bristol says me. Okay. Okay, so y'all holding the line. Okay, so a few of you are holding the line. Yeah, I'll tell you, I'm not here. I told you as we get ready for the All Black National Convention, I made the point that I am not going to tell anybody what to do. I had a conversation with Queen Afua about it, who I'm really trying to get to come to the convention. So y'all pray because I want her to show up and be there. I hope she can be one of our keynotes. And Nuri Muhammad and other great people are coming by. And my position is that I don't believe it's my right to tell anybody what to do because it's so confusing right now. But what I can say is every choice you make has a consequence. And so whatever your choice is, make sure you're ready for the consequences. You make sure you're ready to walk away from whatever you might lose by making a particular decision. And I think that's important to understand when we talk about do for self, when we talk about build your own, when we talk about Black-owned business, Black-owned schools. Well, this is one of those times where we might have to accelerate a little bit. I mean, the pandemic kind of forced us to get things done that we might have done in the future, but to do them a little bit faster because some of those same opportunities may not be there. So maybe out of necessity, this might be the time. If you are insistent upon not getting that jab, this might be the time for you to get together with some of your folks and start that Black-owned business. And that's one of the things we're going to actually do at the All Black National Convention, which is at the end of October in Orlando. If you want to know more, you can go to allblacknationalconvention.com. That's allblacknationalconvention.com. There's a URL on the screen. Feel free to check it out. All right, so let me keep going. Hit the thumbs up button, hit the thumbs up, share, subscribe button. Another thing that they mentioned is that 2/3 of the people who said they would not get the jab, they are willing to take drugs to help deal with some of the symptoms of the virus. And I thought that was interesting. So I think another growth industry, because remember, Moderna's got to make their money. Now they're making billions of dollars. They're not going to go back to being broke again. So they're going to not just promote those shots and jabs and boosters and double boosters and triple boosters, but they're also going to start promoting medications that will allow you to manage the virus once you get it, which I don't think is as bad as the jab. I don't know what y'all think. But then also they're going to probably start promoting tests that you can take at home so you'll know within minutes if you have the virus or not. So it's kind of interesting to see how this evolves. This is a multi-billion-dollar industry, which is going to make it interesting. And also they said that 53% of the people that didn't get the jab, when they heard about the booster shot, the need for the booster, because apparently whatever they said about that first shot protecting you, that didn't work. They said 53% of the people that didn't get the jab, that they were even more unwilling to get it after they heard about booster shots. because they were saying, wait a minute, this wasn't part of the deal. You didn't say that we were going to need a shot and then another booster shot. You said once we got this shot, everything would be cool, we would be safe, and blah, 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 blah. Now you're telling us we ain't safe and that the people who didn't get the shot are going to kill the people that did get it, and all this divisive nonsense. And I'm not a fan of any of it. If you want to know, I'm not a fan of that division. But moving on, let's jump back into the next discussion here. So the Dow, as you know, fell for the fourth day in a row. The big question right now amongst investors is whether or not this is temporary and transitory, or if it's more permanent. Does the market have a cold, or does the market have pneumonia? I'm gonna tell you, there's a lot of arguments for both. A lot of the experts are going in both directions. Where there are some who are saying no, it's just a cold, it's a buying opportunity, that's great. But then there are some analysts. I think I heard one analyst literally say that the market was about 50% overvalued. I read a lot of the financial publications, a lot of stuff that people are putting out, and I like to hear all opinions. And by the way, if you ever want to be smarter, and I'm not saying I'm the smartest guy in the world or nothing like that, but I ain't stupid. And whatever smartness I have, the key to that intelligence is listening to everyone and everybody and getting all the information, right? So if you ever want to be smart, don't just listen to people who agree with you, because if you're wrong, they're going to make you more wrong. If you're stupid, they're going to make you double stupid. But if you listen to everybody, then they can make you a little less stupid, a little less behind, a little less wrong. Maybe that can even make you right. So don't look for confirming ideas. Look for ideas that differ from yours, so you can see where your blind spots might be. That's just a little extra Uncle Boy's tip. I hope that's okay if I drop that in there. So right now, the analysts are saying that there are some who are saying that this is fine, that there are great headwinds in the market, or tailwinds rather, that are pushing the market forward, that the Fed is going to continue to pump money into the economy, that it's all going to be great and good and wonderful. But then there are people who are worried about things like inflation, which is affecting the supply chain, which is affecting profit margins of corporations, which will hit their earnings numbers, which right during the holidays could lead to a bad time, Christmas and beyond. There are other long-term concerns about this market right now that people have. So, the thing is that this is really a confusing market. Right now, retail investors are still there. And now what's interesting was today GameStop released their earnings, and I think that they didn't make their numbers. And a lot of people are concerned about GameStop's lack of a plan. Like, they feel like GameStop doesn't really know exactly how they're going to get better. And some question whether or not these retail investors are going to stay committed to GameStop. There's also a debate about China. I mentioned to you all that China, I saw a big debate between Ray Dalio and there was a billionaire, I forgot his name, George Soros, and some others, who are basically debating as to whether or not we should go put money back in China. And so there are some who are saying, no, you should invest in China. The economy is too big to ignore. The Chinese stocks took a little bit of a hit because they were doing some readjusting, kind of like wiggling their butt in the seat. But then there are people who are saying, no, the Chinese have become a communist country. Xi Jinping is literally coming in to every room and putting his testicles on the table and telling all these industries, I'm the boss, we're the boss, the Communist Party is the boss. And so a lot of investors are really squeamish about going into China. If you want to know my vote, I say hell to the no. I'm not putting any money into Chinese companies. If I do, it'll be very little. It'll be a little dabble here and a dabble there. But the problem with China right now is that China used to be very free market, very open to growth and everything else. Now they've become kind of a communist country. Now, on one hand, some of their initiatives are pretty good. Like they're making laws saying that kids can't play video games more than 3 hours a week. We need to make that rule in our house. They're also making rules, saying that, that we want the world to be better for children and we want to take care of workers' rights. I think all that's wonderful. But the problem is that they're destroying entire industries in the process. And the thing is that there's what they call the Xi Jinping risk, the risk that he's going to come in like the crazy cousin and just kick the whole table over and destroy the whole industry. And I'm going to tell you, the biggest heartbreak I had, like literally worse, I can't think of a girlfriend who ever broke my heart more than this stock did, was when I owned a lot of shares in a company called Tekadu. And literally the Chinese Communist Party literally came in and took tens of thousands of dollars out of me and my wife's pocket in a day. Like, they literally came in and said that they were thinking about nationalizing that whole entire industry. The stock dropped like a brick. I was pissed. I was kicking doors. I was so mad. And I had some protection, right? I had some put options in place and all that stuff so I didn't get hit as hard as I would have been hit, but it made me angry because it was literally one stupid decision that led to the loss of trillions of dollars in wealth overnight. So if they did it before and they've done it a couple of times, they could do it again. So be really careful about Chinese companies like Diddy Cha-Ching. I see you, Jubei. You're right. Diddy's one of them. All of them, just all of them. The Chinese are doing things that don't make a lot of sense. So I don't know about investing in China. Now, there's also conversation about Coinbase. Coinbase right now is in the middle of getting into a really bad situation with the SEC. The SEC has sent them a letter basically saying that they're about to sue them because I guess Coinbase wants to release a new product called Lend. And Lend, it would allow them to do what is called staking with your crypto, where you can loan your crypto to other people and you would get like a 4% return or something like that, the same way you used to get when you put your money in the bank and they would pay you interest. Now the banks don't pay you any interest, so people are doing things like staking crypto to get a little bit of interest. Well, the SEC let Coinbase know, look, if you put this product out, we will sue you. We will sue you, and it's not going to be pretty. So Coinbase was kind of mad because Coinbase felt that the SEC has not given regulatory clarity on sort of what these different cryptos are exchanges are allowed to do, and the SEC hasn't. The SEC has been terrible about giving a regulatory clarity. XRP shouldn't have been locked up in court all this time. Like what they'll do is they'll make you think that something's okay because they won't act on it for like 5 or 6 years, and then suddenly they'll come and sue you because they're literally doing something now that they should have done in 2015 or 2016 when it first got started. But because they never did anything, people thought it was okay. So they're kind of acting a little Xi Jinping-ish, in my opinion, because they're costing people a lot of money. A lot of y'all own XRP. I know I held my XRP and I made a lot of money from it from holding it because it looks like this suit's going to go away, but it just kind of makes things stupid. So Coinbase was right. The Coinbase CEO got on Twitter and kind of gave him the business a little bit. The problem is that picking a fight with the SEC is kind of hard to do, and it usually doesn't work out well for you. So you got to be careful with that. But Coinbase stock, some people think is actually a buy right now because that volatility caused a dip. So if you want to know the short answer to that question, I did buy a little bit of Coinbase. What else is going on? The price of chicken's going up because of the pandemic. Not that that matters, but it's just a little factoid. Also, September is typically a bad month for investing. And last but not least, some people believe that the reason the market's going to go down in the next few months, and the reason you got to be really careful, is because a lot of the growth that you're seeing in the market is, in the eyes of many experts, has been artificially contrived by the Federal Reserve. The Federal Reserve's loose money policy has really boosted the market. The market's up about 18% year to date, 18%. If you go down the track record of the S&P 500 over the last 100 years, it's not that often that you have 18% for an entire year, let alone for the first 7 or 8 months. So don't be surprised if you see a little bit of pullback. Long term, you're probably going to be a winner, but just be a little careful because making money won't be as easy in the next few months as it has been up until this point. All right, guys. So one of the other things I want to mention to you is, by the way, some of you are asking about crypto and asking crypto questions. We do have a crypto investing club. If you want to take a look, you can actually go to theblackcryptoclub.com. The Black Crypto Club is also going to have a meeting. They're going to gather physically at the All Black National Convention, but also you can meet with them, every single week and stuff like that. We have experts on crypto in the Black Business School. And so Norman's asking, is crypto a good investment to get involved with? I have a lot of money in crypto. I don't have more than 10% of my portfolio in crypto typically, but I do like crypto a lot. But you got to be careful because it is a market where there are some experts out there, some smart billionaires who think crypto is going to go to zero and disappear. But then there are a lot of smart experts out there who think crypto is going to go to the moon. So I like to have a little piece in there just in case it goes to the moon, because I do believe in crypto. I think that the technology is brilliant. I think it's a great, beautiful market. I think it's a wonderful place to have some money. So it's worth taking a look at. All right, guys. And so that URL is theblackcryptoclub.com. Feel free to take a look. And also just in general in the Black Business School, we are those people that can help you. We have a business school for children at blackmillionairesoftomorrow.com. Everything has a 30-day, 100% money back guarantee. So if you want your children to get a little baby bachelor's degree or something like that, something in business that will help shape their self-esteem at an early age, feel free to go to blackmillionairesoftomorrow.com. It's a great program. And once your child goes through the curriculum, they can actually print out a little degree, a little bachelor's degree, or if you want to call it that they have to show that they're certified in certain areas. And I think that's something that's good for our kids' self-esteem. All right, guys. So I'm going to get out of here. So please have a great time and a great week and weekend, whatever it is that's coming up. And I'll be back probably tomorrow to talk again. And I wish you all a wonderful evening and love you. And please hit the thumbs up button on your way out because we're building some Black-owned media. We could really use your help. Love you guys. Talk to you soon. Take care. Peace.